హలో అన్నా సౌండ్ ప్రసరం
Babana, Dr. Prabhu is here. Is it Dr. Prabhu is joined? Good evening, ma'am. Sriranjani, ma'am, good evening.
Sir, very good evening. Hope I'm audible and visible.
Yes, ma'am, audible, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Actually, live streaming is already started, so you can start the program. Let's others to join.
Sure, sir. Okay.
Actually, some of my association members are also waiting. They are also having some technical brief. Prabhu sir is there? Dr. Prabhu? Dr. Prabhu sir has to introduce today's guests. Are also struggling with some issues.
All right, sir. We can wait for some time. No problem.
Okay, fine. Let's others to join. We don't want to waste the time. We can start the program. From the bottom of my heart, on behalf of the Association of Global Academician and Researcher, I would like to welcome you, each one of you, some of our life member and General Secretary of the Association, like to join. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome today's chief guest, Dr. S. Sri Ranjani Mokshagundam, MBA, PhD in Management, Professor of Management, DGS Business School, Bangalore, Research Supervisor, Mysore University, Karnataka, International Mentor, I2R India, Certified Soft Skill Trainer, Certified Corporate Trainer, Certified TOSS Practitioner and Trainer, PG Diploma in Soft Skills, PG Diploma in Career Counseling, NLP Practitioner and Life Coach, German Language Educator. Dr. Sriranjani Mokshagundam, the distinguished great granddaughter of the legendary statesman Bharat Ratna Sri Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya, stands as a beacon of academic excellence and the societal impact with a career spanning over 12 years in teaching and research. She has become a driving force in shaping the landscape of management education. A seasoned professor of management, she has cultivated wealth of experience, contributing significantly to the academic community. Beyond her role in the classroom, she has been delved into extensive research exploring the intricate interactions of management theory and the real world applications. What sets her apart is not only her academic process but also her linguistic proficiency, having completed 4 levels of the German language course, earning an advanced diploma equivalent to a 4-year degree. She exemplifies a commitment to global understanding and a cross-cultural communications. In her case, improvement for continuous improvement, she has amassed a collection of professional certification that further enrich her multifaceted skill set. Her dedication to professional development is a testament to her behalf in staying latest trends and innovation in the dynamic field of education. Throughout her illustration career, she has worn multiple hats seamlessly, transitioning between roles such as principal, professor, research supervisor, trainer, and counselor. Her journey is marked by active participation with national and international professional bodies, reflecting her dedication to the advancement of her discipline on the global scale. Recognizing for her tireless contribution has poured in thorough numerous awards and honors, underscoring her commitment to excellence in education and research. Her impact extends beyond accolades as she has taken an pivotal role such as chairperson, keynote, as well as guest speaker, resource persons, panelists in various academic events, both nationally as well as internationally. As a true thought leader, she has played a crucial role in shaping academic discourse, actively involved in organizing national and international academic programs. She has provided a platform for intellectual exchange and a scholarly collaboration. Her commitment to knowledge dissemination is evident in her extensive publication record, comprising articles, textbooks, book chapters, and edited books, on anthologies, and patents. Her work not only contributes to the academic canon but also serves as a practical guide for students, scholars, as well as practitioners alike. As an editorial board member of esteemed Indian as well as foreign journals, she continues to shape the trajectory of her field. Her role in curating, reviewing scholarly work underscores her perseverance in maintaining the highest standards of academic rigor. She emerges as a multifaceted professional, seamlessly blending academic excellence with a global perspective. Her legacy, intertwined with a illustrious lineage of Sir Visvesvaraya, propels her to the forefront of the management academia, where she continues to inspire, innovate, and lead with distinction. With this introduction, I feel immense pleasure and happy to welcome today's speaker, Dr. Sri Ranjini, to enlighten us. Welcome you, ma'am.
Sir, thank you so much for that warm introduction. Sir, kindly give me permission to share my PPT. It's written Dr. SRM. Please give permission to.
Okay. Ma'am, now you proceed, ma'am.
Yes, sir. I'm just trying to share it.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
All right, sir.
And can you proceed with the full slide, ma'am? Slide share, slide show.
Sir, I'm just trying to put it on FI mode, but it is not working. I'll just check after a few slides, sir. If it is possible, I'll try to put
Okay,
it in
ma'am.
the full slide. Yeah.
It is good only. Please proceed.
All right, sir. Okay. So good evening all, and I welcome each one of you to this 5 days online FDP cum certificate course on contemporary interdisciplinary research and pedagogy. It's on literature, science, and sustainable innovations by our Association of Global Academicians and Researchers, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, India. All right. And today we will be engaging with the topic interdisciplinary pedagogy for a multidisciplinary future. So before we begin, I would like to pose a question to our audience. What exactly is your understanding about interdisciplinary pedagogy? Can somebody tell me? What do you mean by interdisciplinary pedagogy? Anybody? I just asked you a question. Do you have an understanding about interdisciplinary pedagogy?
Ma'am,
Yeah. Yes, sir.
it is an approach that integrate the multiple academic disciplines, ma'am, to foster the holistic learning and various kind of solve the various kind of problems.
All right, sir. Okay. I hope my slides are not changing. Just give me a moment. Yeah, thank you, Dr. Prabhu sir, for that short and sweet answer. So, as Dr. Prabhu sir rightly said, interdisciplinary pedagogy means teaching in a way that connects different subjects so that your students can apply what they learn in one area to understand as well as to solve challenges in another area, in another subject, or in another field. Let us think about it in this way. Say, in the real world, when we take it, problems are never neatly packed into subjects, correct? We cannot say this problem is only from chemistry, this is from environmental science, this is from literature. Never. Let us take an example of climate change. Even that, it's not just a science issue. What do you all think? So it is also, we can also look that issue in terms of economics, politics, literature, psychology, and even ethics. I'm speaking about climate change. Don't you all think so? Even when we consider the pandemic, which shaped the whole world, like COVID-19, it wasn't just a medical problem. It was also about supply chains. It was about our mental health and about mainly about digital education for us, correct? And even about international diplomacy as well. So, friends, this is where our today's topic, interdisciplinary pedagogy, it just steps in. First, it means integrating knowledge, methods, as well as perspectives from different or multiple disciplines. See, instead of teaching your students physics or literature in isolation, what we try to do, as Dr. Prabhu sir was mentioning, we create connections. Say, for instance, when NASA, National Aeronautics and Space Administration in US, as we all know, it trains astronauts. They don't just learn engineering. They also study about human psychology. They need something about nutrition. Mainly, we bring in the field of medicine, as well as we also need to know something about, the astronauts need to know something about conflict resolution. See, why I am telling this is because when they once go to space, life in space is about survival in every sense. So we just only don't need engineering, we need all these aspects. Doesn't this seem reasonable to you all? Second thing, it helps us move beyond single subject teaching. So just imagine a doctor. He or she only knows about medicine, nothing else, but they do not have any clue about empathy or what is communication. Or just consider an engineer. He or she can only understand about machines. They know nothing about sustainability. Now, we need a connected educational experience. Why? Because our society demands professionals who can think beyond boxes. Am I right? Then coming to the third point, it encourages collaborative and holistic learning. Say, for example, in Finland's schools, we all know about Finland. See, instead of teaching geography, history, and economics separately, what they sometimes teach it under one umbrella theme like the European Union. Now here you must be wondering what students will do then, because we do not have a clear bifurcation about what is history, what is geography. Now what students will do is they start learning the European Union's history, its economics, its political science. So all as one connected story is what they learn, and that is nothing but holistic learning. And finally, we have interdisciplinary pedagogy. It allows us to apply knowledge to real world problems. So let's again consider this climate change. As I told you, it is science plus economics, policy plus human behavior, everything, what not. So by combining disciplines, we prepare our learners to tackle such any sort of complex global issues, especially with depth as well as creativity. And while I'm trying to explain this, I remember a UNESCO report, probably it was given in 2021. It actually highlighted that report from UNESCO, it highlighted over 70% of future jobs, it requires interdisciplinary skills, it seems. It's not a small number. It's not 7% or 10%. It is 70% of our future jobs, they require interdisciplinary skills. Means skills which can blend technology with creativity, science with social awareness, linking mathematics with environmental science, or trying to link art with digital tools, so on. So this is why this approach is not just, you cannot tag it as innovative teaching. It is survival education for our future. So if I were to simplify, I would like to say interdisciplinary pedagogy is like teaching not with subjects as walls, but with bridges. So these bridges connect knowledge to life. All right. So audience, how many of you, do you remember sitting in your schools thinking in any class, maybe in maths, social science, anything? Why am I learning this subject? Happened a few years ago to you? Yes, even to me as well. Correct? Yes or no? We were questioning ourselves, correct? Where will I use this chemistry? How useful is this physics subject to me? Correct? Yes? No?
Yes, madam.
Yes, yes, Varghese sir, correct. So now, interdisciplinary pedagogy will ensure that our students never have to ask that question again. Like us, Getting my point? All right. Okay. Now here there is a very important distinction. Multidisciplinary versus interdisciplinary. Can somebody tell me, are these concepts, multidisciplinary and interdisciplinary, are they same or are they different?
Different.
Different. Dr. Prabhu sir, in what sense is it different? Can you just throw some light on the concepts?
Multidisciplinary means study about the various subjects. Interdisciplinary, we connect one discipline to another discipline.
Simple, sir. Thank you for that wonderful input. So, let me tell you all, at the first glance, they sound similar. But in reality, they are very, very different. See, as Dr. Prabhu sir rightly said, multidisciplinary means different experts or subjects, they are brought together. But what they do, they work separately, each in their own lane. Correct? Say, for example, in an environmental project, maybe scientists, they may study about pollution. Economists, what they will do? They will calculate the cost. And sociologists, what they will do? They study the public behavior. But they are all working in parallel. They are not mixing their findings. It's like sitting at a dinner table where everyone has their own plate, but nobody is sharing the food. Understanding? And when we come to interdisciplinary, on the other hand, it means those disciplines, they blend and influence each other. So, in the same environmental project, excuse me, the same old scientist, economist, or sociologist whom we spoke about, they come together and they say, just wait. What if we design a solution that combines scientific innovation, economic feasibility, as well as social change strategies? So, this is not three separate answers, but one integrated solution. Are you all understanding it? Yes? So it's like cooking a dish where all the ingredients are mixed. Means you're creating a new flavor that no ingredient could have made on its own. That is the beauty of interdisciplinary study. So let me give you another quick example here. A multidisciplinary course, it may offer math, literature, history in the same semester. But how students will study as three separate subjects. Correct? An interdisciplinary course could be something like artificial intelligence and society. Now, what is happening? Here, math comes, it contributes algorithms. Philosophy also comes, it contributes ethics. History is there, it traces its impact. And literature also explores narratives of artificial intelligence. So, all these perspectives, they merge into one meaningful conversation. So in simple words, the difference is also very simple. Multidisciplinary means many voices speaking, but they are speaking separately. Interdisciplinary means many voices singing together in harmony. That is the thing. And in today's world, as we all know, harmony is what matters more than just our individual voices. Correct? So hope you all have worked in teams where every expert, they would have stuck to their subject. And even you would have seen the difference when people actually with whom you collaborated and you tried to co-create something new. Correct? The second one is always a fantastic concept. Am I right? All right. Now, let us ask the big question. Yes, we all have this. Why does interdisciplinary pedagogy really matter? See, it's important to us that we recognize the world today is not at all simple. It's complex. Because why I say this is problems are messy, they are unpredictable, plus they are global. Correct? COVID is the biggest example of what I said. So, education must prepare learners who can think and act beyond single discipline boundaries. Now, to begin with, it prepares students for 21st century challenges. Just think about food security or urbanization, or renewable energy, or even the ethics of biology or biotechnology. See, none of these complex issues it can be solved by one field alone. Sounds true, doesn't it? Yes. Because, see, please try to understand, we need engineers, we need economists, social scientists, environmentalists, policymakers, and all of them should work together. Now, by teaching our students to connect and blend knowledge, we prepare them not just to survive in such a world, but also our students can lead it with confidence and creativity. And that's the point. See, World Economic Forum, it said that 9 out of 10 jobs in 2030, it will require skills like problem solving, system thinking, and adaptability. That is, the skills that flourish in interdisciplinary learning is what is needed. So 2030, it is not somewhere there. Yes, just 5 years down the line, correct? All right. Next, it fosters creativity, critical thinking, and adaptability. A single subject, all right, it often gives you one way to solve any problem. But when you combine fields, new ideas are born. Just think of iPhone. It was not just about technology. It was design from the field of art. It was psychology. They studied about user behavior. They tried to combine engineering, business strategy, and all of them they just rolled into one. So interdisciplinary thinking, it sparks that kind of innovation. Furthermore, it bridges STEM, humanities, and social sciences. See, we often say STEM is the future: science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. But how would it be STEM without humanities and social sciences? So these other subjects, science, technology, our engineering, mathematics, STEM can become dangerous, isn't it, without humanities and social sciences? Say, for example, think about it like this. Artificial intelligence without ethics, what will happen? It is definitely it can lead to biasness, inequality, or even surveillance abuse. So, by bridging these domains, we will ensure knowledge is both powerful as well as humane. Finally, it meets the industry demand for T-shaped professionals. So, have you ever heard of this term, audience? T-shaped professionals? Anybody? Are you aware of this term? T-shaped professional, the last point. Can I just have a yes or no? No, all right. Okay. So a T-shaped professional is someone with deep expertise in one field. Who has that? That means that is the vertical line we draw. While we draw T like this, yes, there is one vertical line, there is one horizontal line. So now a professional who has some deep expertise in one field, that we call it as the vertical line of T. But this same person, he or she has broad knowledge across other domains. That is the horizontal line. It becomes the whole T now, correct? I mean to say, a T-shaped professional is a person who is highly skilled in one area, but he or she also has enough knowledge of other fields to work well with people from different backgrounds. And this is what that makes them flexible, collaborative, as well as highly employable personality. Say, for example, a doctor who understands not only medicine, but also he or she knows something about public policy, data science. Now, this person becomes far more effective in today's healthcare system. So, the message here is very simple. Interdisciplinary pedagogy, doesn't just teach subjects, it builds future ready minds. The minds that can think broadly, that can act wisely, as well as adapt quickly. Correct? So, audience, let me ask you, if we continue teaching department wise, all right? Management, engineering, language, so on and so forth. Are we really preparing our students for the complexity of tomorrow? Or are we still preparing them for a world that no longer exists? So we have to think over it again. Am I right? Yes. Then we have pedagogical approaches to interdisciplinary learning. Now, after understanding its importance, now the next big question is, how do we actually bring interdisciplinary pedagogy into our classrooms? Correct? I know you all have that doubt. See, it's not just about theory, it's about practice. Let us look at some powerful approaches here. Implement problem-based learning, PBL. Have you come across this idea before, participants? PBL? Is my voice not clear?
Clear, no issues. Clear.
Is it clear? All right. Okay. Yeah. So, no, sir. I'm speaking about problem-based learning. Yes, we also have project-based learning. Let's take up afterwards. But now we are discussing about problem-based learning. Yeah. Have you come across this idea? Problem-based learning.
It's a student-centric teaching.
Student-centric teaching. All right, sir. Okay. Thank you. See, instead of giving students only textbook exercises, what we do is we can challenge them with the real world problems, as the name tells you, problem-based learning. Say, for example, instead of just teaching chemistry equations, what you can do is you can ask your students, how would you design a low-cost water filter for rural villages? Now, how this problem is interdisciplinary, I will tell you. This problem, it requires chemistry, we need physics, economics, and even social awareness. So PBL, problem-based learning, it mirrors real life. Because in the real world, as I already told you, problems don't come chapter-wise, correct? Second thing is utilize case studies across domains. Yes, we can use it for each and every subject. See, case studies are brilliant. Why I say this? Because they show how theory actually meets reality. Say, for instance, if we study the collapse of 2008 financial crisis, it's not again just economics. Are you understanding it? It involves psychology. Means we are trying to understand human behavior. There is the concept of political science about regulations. There is law and even ethics. Now, by bringing such cross-domain cases, students begin to see that big picture instead of those isolated dots. Then foster collaborative projects with cross-department teams. Yes, here is something exciting. Why not make students from different departments work together? Usually, yes, faculty, they don't prefer to. See, just imagine engineering students teaming up with sociology students so that they can design smart cities. The engineers, they can think about infrastructure. The sociologists, what they will do, they think about human behavior. Now, business students about sustainability models. So that is where, or that's when truly innovative solutions are born. See, many universities now they run hackathons, as you all know. Now here, students from IT, design, business, all of them they come together. They try to solve real industry problems in just 24 to 48 hours. So this is nothing but the best example of cross-department teamwork in action. Hope you all are aware of this. Then promote experiential learning via community and industry engagement. See, let your students step outside your classrooms. Why don't you partner them with your local NGOs, industries, or even put them across for government projects? Say, for example, if your students work on waste management in their city, they are learning science, they are learning management, they also get to know about civic policy, community behavior, all again rolled into one. So these experiences bridge the dangerous gap between theory and practice. And this is what we have been preaching from decades, right? Yes. Then integrate digital and AI tools for learning. See, as we all know, we live in a technology-first ecosystem. So AI, artificial intelligence, simulations, digital platforms, they can personalize learning like never before. Say, for example, a history student today, he or she can use VR, virtual reality, and they can just walk inside the streets of ancient Rome. Or an engineering student can use that AI-based simulators to test designs before even building them. See, these tools don't replace learning, they amplify it. They make it beautiful and they make interdisciplinary integration seamless. So, colleagues, interdisciplinary pedagogy is not just about tearing down what we already teach. It's about weaving it together more meaningfully. All right. And all these approaches, they are the threads which are going to weave that fabric. So, yes. I'll ask you one question. If you think back to your own student days when you were students, what project, case study, or any hands-on experience is it really sticking with you? Can you please share with us? I'm just asking you, in your olden days, student days, any sort of project, case study, or any hands-on experience, is it really sticking with you? Or if I put it like this, anything that you have come across, usually the one that is with you is where multiple perspectives that came together. Hopefully correct. Now I guess you can at least give me yes or no. Where multiple perspectives came together and you worked together on that project. Yes, hopefully you remember that. Am I right? All right. Now let's look at some fascinating examples of how interdisciplinary research and teaching play out in practice. Audience, am I audible? Yes.
Audible,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am,
Audible.
audible.
Yes, yes. Thank you. Now demonstrate sustainable innovations through collaboration. So sustainability, it cannot be solved by engineering alone. It requires environmental science, ethics, even social sciences. Say, for instance, we all know about Tesla, an American electrical vehicle and that clean energy company. Yes, it builds its electric cars. Now, it is not just about the battery technology there. They also think about environmental policy again, economics, consumer psychology, ethics of resource usage. And that is how interdisciplinary collaboration, it drives sustainable innovation. Point number 2, enhance health and well-being with cross-disciplinary approaches. See, when we speak about this concept of health, it is not just medicine. Let me give you an example. Just think about diabetes. See, managing it is not only about prescribing insulin. What do you say? Here, how interdisciplinarity works, I will tell you. See, nutritionists, they design healthy diet plans. Then fitness experts, they come in, they recommend exercise routines. Psychologists also come, they help the patient handle stress. They try to bring out some lifestyle changes, correct, in them. And technology experts also, they come, they say we have created an app, there are variables so that you can track your sugar levels in real time. Now, when all these fields are working together, patients, they are not happy or they just don't survive. They flourish. And that is interdisciplinary health in practice. Then advance digital humanities by merging literature and data science. So this is a field many are surprised by. Just imagine, audience, analyzing the great William Shakespeare with artificial intelligence. Have you ever given a thought about this? So today, researchers, they use data science to study thousands of literary works. They start finding patterns, themes, or even historical trends in language. Now, this fusion of literature with machine learning, this is creating entirely new ways of understanding the culture and history across the globe. Then entrepreneurship. It just thrives on interdisciplinarity. I would love to say that. Just look at startups. Now, how do startups succeed? When management strategy, design creativity, technology, when all this comes together, yes, then only we can have the idea of startups. So let's take an example of Airbnb. It was not just a business idea. Are you aware of it? Have you come across Airbnb? Audience? I'll just type it in the chat box. Airbnb. Are you aware of this? Yes, sir. Dr. Poonam ma'am, can you just tell me one or two lines about this? What is it all about? Yeah, Dr. Nitish sir says hospitality. Yes, almost right. So Airbnb, it's an online marketplace that connects people who want to rent out their homes or properties with people, especially looking for even short-term or long-term lodging. Now, Airbnb, it's a key player in the sharing economy. Now, this platform, it offers a wide variety of unique accommodations and experiences. It was founded way back in 2008. Now it has grown into a global community marketplace. It is offering stays, experiences as Dr. Nitish sir was mentioning, it's all about hospitality, and these stays and experiences, it is there in over 190 or 200 countries today. Unbelievable, right? So it was not again about one subject or one field. It was all about design thinking because they wanted to create user-friendly platforms. Then technology with their scalable apps. Then management innovation about sharing economy. That's why it just disrupted the entire hospitality industry. All right. So these examples, they show us when disciplines they merge, new fields are born. Fields that were unimaginable before they are born today. So the future of education and research, it lies not in just staying in partitions or confinements or in education world in departments subject wise. It's not that, but it's in crossing boundaries fearlessly. Okay. So audience, can you imagine blending your subject with another so that you can create something entirely new? Can we do that? All right, I'll give you some time. I expect an answer by the end of the session. Please think over it and be ready. I just asked you Can you just imagine blending your subject, yes, whichever is your expertise, with another subject so that you can create something entirely new experience? Somebody wants to answer? Correct, Dr. Poonam ma'am. It's daily to monthly rentals, both long term and short term. Okay. Global and national perspectives. Recognize United Nations SDGs as inherently interdisciplinary. Now, the Sustainable Development Goals are a powerful reminder that no challenge is one-dimensional. Let us take example of any SDG. Let us take SDG number 3. What is it about, audience? SDG 3? Sustainable Development Goals 3. Anybody knows? What is the goal number 3 under SDG? I hope you can unmute and speak. All right, I'm just asking you about the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. Hope we all are aware of it. Okay, let me tell you. Yes, sir.
Good health and well-being is rule number 3, I think.
Correct, sir. Perfect. Yes, even Dr. Poonam ma'am says health. All right. Yes, it's about good health and well-being. When we speak about good health and well-being, see, please understand, it is not just about doctors. It involves, again, clean energy so that we can reduce pollution. We need education to create awareness among everyone. We need economic policies for access to care. And even we need that gender equality so that we can ensure there is inclusivity. So every SDG, every sustainable development goal is a web of connections, and interdisciplinary collaboration is the only way so that we can achieve them. All right. Then we all know about India's National Education Policy 2020 and its emphasis on multidisciplinary education. See, it's a game changer. It's telling us that universities cannot operate like segments, subdivisions, departments anymore. Because your engineering student might also study entrepreneurship. He or she can study about design thinking. A psychology student might learn data analytics. So this flexibility prepares our students not just for jobs, but for solving complex and real world challenges. Don't you all think so? Then we should also take a note of international universities adopting the integrated learning ecosystems. See, globally, top universities, they are breaking the walls between faculties. Say, for example, take MIT, the Massachusetts Institute of Technology. We all know about this, a world-renowned university that is located in Cambridge, US of A. So this blends engineering with social sciences to design inclusive technologies. So for that matter, even Stanford University, it mixes medicine with AI to create that next-gen health solutions. How many of us know about this? So these ecosystems, it helps the students think beyond boundaries. See, because in the real world, problems don't come labeled as this is pure economics problem or this is just biology. They all are interconnected. And so must be our learning. Correct? Okay. The role of faculty in interdisciplinary pedagogy. So first important thing is facilitators. Something beyond textbooks is what is our role. See, as faculty, we are not just deliverers of knowledge, but please understand, we are facilitators of discovery. Just imagine a student who starts in biology but suddenly finds some curiosity in economics. Now, what will you do, respected participants? Suppose your student, he has just taken biology, but he do not want to continue with biology and he just wants to go with economics. What should you do? Should you discourage them? What will you do if your students, if they want to just change their stream? We are not going to discourage them. Not at all, right? Our role as facilitators is to guide them, encourage exploration beyond their own discipline, and we have to give them the confidence that it is okay to step outside boundaries. See, because innovation often happens at the edges where these disciplines meet. Then collaborate, breaking the silos. So, collaboration is not just for students, it starts with us. See, when biotechnology faculty sits with humanities professors or computer science faculty, they partner with psychology teachers. What will happen? We create richer, integrated learning experiences after all. So just think of it like an orchestra, how each instrument is important. Likewise, each department is an instrument. Alone, it is just sound, but together it becomes music. Am I right? Then, speaking about research, evidence based teaching. So, students are quick to spot our outdated teaching, they can understand. Now, that's why we need to bring in current research and adopt teaching methods that encourage critical thinking in our students, in our scholars. If we expect students to solve tomorrow's problems, our teaching has to be anchored in evidence and today's realities, not yesterday's notes. And we all have to understand this clear cut, please. Finally, the way we design curricula is crucial. See, academic programs should cut across traditional boundaries. Say, for example, imagine a course that blends psychology, data analytics, design thinking to prepare future leaders in a mental health tech. So these are the programs that truly prepare our students for complex real world problems where no single discipline has all the answers. Getting it? Yes. Okay. Then we have challenges in implementing interdisciplinary pedagogy. See, one of the biggest roadblocks is institutional silos, unfortunately. See, in our colleges and universities, what will happen? Departments, they often work like islands, correct? They are separate, disconnected, and all of the departments, they are protective of their own space, isn't it? See, we have been working like this since decades. We have got adjusted to this. We need our own space. We do not want to get connected with any other departments. Correct? Yes. Even if we look at other faculty, we say just hi, bye. That's it. No other progressive discussions at all. But please understand the truth. Students don't learn in sections or as separate compartments. And remember, real world problems, they don't respect our academic boundaries. And this is the fourth time probably I'm repeating this, but definitely with different wordings. If we want to prepare leaders who can think broadly, we must break all these divisions, these barriers, and we have to encourage faculty and departments to co-create knowledge. Then overcome assessment difficulties in interdisciplinary contexts. So the second challenge is assessment. How do you grade a project where a student blends economics with computer science and sociology? See, traditional exams may not capture that creativity, problem solving, or teamwork skills your students are demonstrating. If we, the faculty, if we don't rethink assessment, we risk undervaluing exactly the kind of learning we say what we want to promote, but we are not doing it at all. Am I right? Then, enhance faculty training for interdisciplinary teaching. And then the most practical challenge is faculty training. See, many of us, we are already experts in our own disciplines. But what about teaching across disciplines? It definitely requires new tools, new methods, correct? And sometimes even new mindset altogether. See, without proper training, faculty may hesitate to step outside their comfort zones. So professional development programs or faculty development programs like this, they are not just something like nice to have. They are absolutely essential for interdisciplinary success. What do you all say? So participants, I want you to realize that these challenges are real, but they are not insurmountable. They are not impossible. In fact, with the right strategies, institutions can turn all these obstacles into opportunities for innovation. So after challenges, let's now explore how we can move from challenges to solutions in interdisciplinary pedagogy. Yes. So solutions to overcome challenges. Friends, when we talk about interdisciplinary pedagogy, the first question you all have is, ma'am, it sounds great in theory, but how do we actually make it work? Correct? I think almost all of you have that doubt. Now, this slide gives us 3 very practical solutions. See, first thing, we already have a very powerful framework in India, the National Education Policy, NEP 2020. And for the first time, it strongly emphasizes breaking silos between science, literature, commerce, arts, and even vocational skills. So, for example, say NEP encourages a student of physics to take up a course in philosophy or sustainability. And definitely that's a big step towards real interdisciplinarity. Correct? If you look at the accreditation mechanisms like NAC, National Assessment and Accreditation Council, or NBA, National Board of Accreditation, they are also, say, moving in this direction. Means these accreditation bodies, they are asking the institutions to show the evidence of innovation in your teaching and interdisciplinarity practices. Where is it? So instead of seeing policy as a burden, let us see it as an enabler. See, already over 60% of higher education institutions in India, they have started aligning their courses with the NEP 2020 guidelines. Yes, and this is according to the UGC report 2023. Correct. Hope most of your universities are in alignment with the courses of NEP 2020. Am I right? Yes? No? Yes, thank you, Poonam ma'am. Ma'am, you have written no, give credits for what they have learned. All right, I guess this is regarding the previous point. You're right, ma'am. Okay. Then implement FDPs and workshops, faculty development programs. See, now even the best education policies will remain on paper if teachers are not equipped to bring them alive in your classrooms. See, that's exactly where FDPs, like the one we are all a part of today, play a vital role. Think of an FDP, faculty development program, as a teacher's toolkit upgrade. Every time we attend such a program, we add a new feature to our teaching style. And this online FDP is doing exactly the same. So for instance, when a faculty member here attending this program, he or she learns how to integrate sustainability concepts into literature analysis or how to use AI tools to enrich social science research. That knowledge doesn't stop with us. Am I right? It goes straight into our classrooms and our research outputs. And that is how, believe me, friends, interdisciplinarity spreads. Now, our FDP today is creating bridges across multiple subjects. Yes, am I right? Because we all are from different departments. And that's the real power of programs like this. We don't just train faculty. You all ripple out to impact your students, your institutions, and society at large. Am I right? Then promote collaborative funding and research grants. See, let's be honest, nothing moves without funding. But the good news is that interdisciplinary projects, they are attracting more grants today. Say, for example, we have Department of Science and Technology, DST. It has schemes specifically for projects that mix social sciences with technology. As the name tells you, Department of Science and Technology. So instead of working alone, imagine a literature scholar, a biologist, or an engineer applying together for a grant, maybe on climate storytelling and sustainable innovations. This is exactly what agencies want to see. They want to see collaboration, innovation, as well as what is the real world impact of your project. So even I remember the Horizon Europe funding program under European Union, EU. It has allocated nearly 95 billion euros. That's not at all a small amount, especially for interdisciplinary and cross-sectoral projects until 2027. See, that's the scale of opportunity we can aim for in India too, can't we? So, if we align with all these above, uh, we will not just overcome challenges, we can turn them into opportunities. So that's how we move from just talking about interdisciplinarity to living in our classrooms and research. That's my point. Okay. Future directions in interdisciplinary pedagogy. Adopt hybrid and flexible learning models. See, I remember a story here. During the pandemic, a university in Kerala, it launched a hybrid course on climate change narratives. Now, students, what they did, they attended live discussions in small in-person groups, but also they joined expert lectures from Norway, Japan, online. They joined like this. Now, the blend actually it worked beautifully. What was the output? The attendance it shot up. And students also said that it was the first time they felt they were learning globally while still staying rooted locally. And that's the real power of hybrid flexibility. See, learning that adapts to the student and not the other way around. Student need not have to adapt to the learning, correct? Yes. Then integrate AI, AR, VR, and data analytics in pedagogy. So recently, in a medical college in Delhi, students who are studying anatomy, they did not just read from books. What they did, they used their VR headsets, virtual reality headsets, to walk through a 3D human body. And one student has also told that I will never forget this lesson because I literally understood inside, I literally stood inside the heart chamber. That is the wonderful experience he could have. So that's how technology like AI, artificial intelligence, AR, augmented reality, and VR, virtual reality, is making those theoretical, boring, or abstract conceptual concepts come alive. And when data analytics, when it just gets added to this, so you can track which parts of the lesson your students are struggling with, so that you can personalize learning for every individual in your classroom. Then form global networks for knowledge co-creation. So I'll just give you an inspiring case from the solar decathlon. So this is organized by the US, United States Department of Energy, DOE, Department of Energy. So it's an international competition, solar decathlon, where architecture, engineering students from across world, they co-create sustainable housing models. Now, an Indian team also worked with peers from Germany and Mexico so that they could design energy efficient homes for tropical climates. Now, the students said that biggest learning, it wasn't just technical. Yes, it was how different cultural perspectives shaped creative solutions. And that's what global knowledge co-creation looks like. It multiplies innovation by bridging diverse minds together. All right. Then empower students as co-creators of learning pathways. See, I remember about Arizona State University in the United States. They started something called student designed majors. Student designed majors. Now, what one student did from this particular university, she combined courses in computer science, psychology, as well as music to study how sound therapy apps can improve mental health. Now, she wasn't following any rigid syllabus. She was co creating her own learning pathway with guidance from her faculty. So, just imagine what could be her motivation levels. See, when a student feel or I own my learning. Yes, if the students feel they own their learning, and that is the future. Shifting from teacher centric to learner driven education. So these four directions, they are not science fiction. They are happening already as I shared you the real stories for each point. So our task uh, is to adapt them meaningfully, especially into our classrooms and also into our research outcomes, so that interdisciplinary pedagogy, it is not just remaining as a buzzword in FDPs like this, but it becomes a lived experience for our students. All right. Yeah, coming to the last slide, key takeaways for educators. So implement interdisciplinary pedagogy to solve complex problems. See, in today's world, as we already discussed, problems are never one-dimensional. Let's take example of urban traffic congestion. It's not just an engineering challenge. What do you all say? It also involves data science to understand the map flow, psychology to study driver behavior. I'm speaking about urban traffic congestion. We need economics to design pricing models. We need policy for regulation. Now, by combining these perspectives, students will learn that real solutions comes only through interdisciplinary thinking. Even a Stanford study, it also showed that students in interdisciplinary courses, they demonstrated 25% higher problem solving skills when compared to single discipline learners. So the first takeaway is, let's encourage cross-disciplinary problem solving. Point number 2, foster collaboration across academic departments. See, no department can stand alone anymore. We all have understood that by now, isn't it? Just imagine literature and computer science students working together. This has already given rise to areas like digital humanities, as we all know, or management and biology students collaborating, which can lead to bio-entrepreneurship startups. A simple collaboration between two departments, it can spark innovations that a single field cannot. So universities must promote this culture of academic partnership. Then, evolve faculty roles as facilitators and innovators. See, earlier, we all know that teacher was the sage on the stage. Now, we need to be the guide on the side. Correct? So as faculty members, you must facilitate learning. We are not here to just deliver lectures, correct? Say, for example, in Finland's education model, as I was explaining previously, teachers, they act as facilitators where students work on real life projects instead of only taking up exams. Now, Finland consistently ranks among the top in global education indexes. See, the future needs us to design learning experiences, to mentor projects, as well as to inspire innovation. We have to understand this. Then leverage digital tools to boost integration and engagement. Let me once again confirm to you all that technology is not a threat, but it's a bridge. Those blended classrooms, virtual labs, AI, artificial intelligence tutors, and collaborative platforms, be it Google Jamboard, be it Miro, all these, they enable our students from different disciplines so that they can co-create ideas. Even during pandemic, art and design students, what they did, they collaborated online with technology peers so that they could create digital exhibitions, and it reached global audience during the lockdown periods. What agricultural students did, they used satellite data and AI apps, artificial intelligence apps, to learn precision farming techniques remotely. They tried linking sustainability with digital learning. See, this shows that digital integration can make learning not just more engaging but also inclusive, and that's important. So, dear colleagues, these four takeaways are our compass for building a future ready education system. If we embrace them, we will prepare learners, say, not just for jobs, but for life. Means they are empowered to solve real world challenges in a sustainable and innovative way. Okay. Yes. So that brings us to the end of my talk. I now invite you to share your thoughts, questions, or even your own experiences. So let's open the floor for Q&A session. If you do not have any questions, you can just comment how was our today's first session of our FDP.
Yes, ma'am, the session is open for discussion. The audience during the session itself, they are interacted. Hopefully, they got sufficient information from the speaker's input. On behalf of the organizing committee, I take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude and thanks to Dr. Sri Ranjani Mokshakundam ma'am for delivering an insightful and thought-provoking lecture. Anybody wants to ask me, ma'am? Ma'am, give a detailed input and insightful lecture on interdisciplinary pedagogy for the multidisciplinary future. Ma'am, actually your session was not only enriched for our understanding, but also inspired us to think beyond our boundaries and embrace new approaches to teaching as well as learning. We are truly grateful for you, ma'am, for the time, effort, and wisdom you have shared with us today. I also thank all the participants who interacted with the resource person during her session for their active involvement and a keen interest. Once again, I would like to thank our resource person of the day, Dr. Sri Ranjani ma'am, for enlightening us with your knowledge. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your availability and a great lecture.
Thank you, Kuldeep sir and Dr. Nitish sir, for your comments. So I want to sincerely appreciate all of you for being such an attentive audience, and a special thanks to the organizers of Association of Global Academicians and Researchers, AGAR, Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, India, and my gratitude and best wishes to Dr. M.I. Niaz Ahmed sir for this opportunity. So thank you all once again and good night.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Not
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.